better? I don't think so. Something stepped up the lens. Anyways, hope that's okay. Good morning, everybody, from Chateauguay Camp Luty, is it? Campground here in the Czech Republic, about 16 kilometers north of Stratonici and Stratonici, and I had a good night here. It was very quiet. There was some partying a little bit earlier, but that settled down probably around 9:30, and everybody went to bed. As I mentioned last night, they asked me if I wanted breakfast in the morning, and I agreed. And so they asked me to pay in advance, which makes perfect sense. The breakfast was really quite nice. Coffee, some sausage, eggs, bread. It was very, very good. Served with big smiles, and so that was all very, very nice. Uh, so the plan today is to get to river camping in Prague. I'm about a little over 100 kilometers south of Prague right now, and it's about 8:30. So just about to jump on my bike here and head out. So I'm going to connect back up with the Ride with GPS route. I don't think I'm very far off the route right now, so it shouldn't be much to do that. Um, yeah, so but I had a pleasant night here. So if you're ever up in this area, I would suggest checking it out. Like I said yesterday, it cost me like €9 for a campsite, and they gave you 2 tokens for the shower. I used one, and it was more than enough, so I just donated the other one to one of the other campers. So yes, I would highly recommend this place. It's it's a bit it's I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's a bit tired, but it's certainly not up to the super modern standards you see in a lot of campgrounds these days. But it's very comfortable, and it doesn't have to be super modern and glitzy and everything like that, because then the price would reflect that as well. And if you're trying to save a few bucks, that's great. I don't know if this is standard for Czech Republic because this is the first time I've camped here. I guess we'll find out when I go to Prague and their river camping. They don't have prices listed on their website, so I'm a little bit suspicious of that. So I'm going to have to check in with them. But I did tell them that I was going to be there tonight, and I'll probably stay there 2 nights with a day over to go and see Prague, like everybody says I should. No, I've been reading about it and, of course, hearing so much about it, and it just sounds absolutely wonderful. So, spend a day, with the throngs of people and tourists and that sort of thing. But yeah, it should be an experience. And then we'll move on from there to Dresden, maybe Berlin, Gdansk, and then finally Warsaw to meet up with my sweetie, who I miss very much. All right, so that's that, getting on the road, and we'll see you down the road. Cheers. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention about that campground, I just say that, was that in order to pay for the campground, they asked for it in euros. They wouldn't accept card, but I thought that was interesting because when I went to pay for my breakfast, they asked for it only in Czech crowns, which is their currency here. So that was a bit strange, but for whatever it's worth, good thing I had both. I stopped in Stratonici to do just that. And while I'm recording here, I may as well just the last shot of this lovely little pond and the duck that I just scared. Okay, so before I hit record, there's 5 other transports went by me. So this is the road that I'm going to take into the next town, which will connect me up to another road, which will connect me up to the Ride with GPS route. Unfortunately, I cannot go this way straight ahead because that goes somewhere else. So got my rear light on, and definitely radar, and we just gotta have to be really careful. Now that I have my bearings and feeling very fortunate to have survived that ride back there. Time for some coffee. Yeah, really just a bit of a. I haven't really traveled that far at all. Let's see, how far have I gone? So far, I have gone all of. Oh, come on. About 13 kilometers. So yeah. So quick coffee. Finish up my Facebook post, and then continue north to Prague. All right. See ya. Okay, stop very quickly to put on my lapel mic, and I usually keep all the stuff that I want to have handy in my handlebar bag, as one would, because that's what handlebar bags are for. However, if you're like me and you have a cavernous handlebar bag like the Ortlieb Ultimate 6, it's easy to overfill it. So let's look into the abyss that is my handlebar bag. Check this out. Okay, so I finally found my case for the microphone, so I'll put that off to the side. Hopefully it doesn't fall to the bottom. But the bag is so cavernous that, just looking deep and deep, and there's so many layers of stuff here, and it just takes forever to find stuff. Fortunately, I found the little cable that I usually keep in the side pouch right here. But I found it, and it fell down to the bottom of it just by virtue of the fact that the cable end, which is shiny, was sticking up at me saying, "Hello, I'm here." Otherwise, I'd have to stop and put the bike on the stand and dig through this. having this. Good Lord, what a mess. Anyways, don't do like I do. Try to keep as little as you can in your handlebar bag, and prioritize, what you need throughout the day. Maybe keep it in your bag, but other stuff, there's stuff that you probably don't get to most days, so keep it in other parts of your kit. But anyways, that's that. Putting on my lapel mic so you can understand me easier, especially in the wind. All right, see you down the road. Cheers. For the last 15 kilometers, been riding along these lonely farm roads, and I would say 80 to 90% of the trees along the side of the road are apple trees. Easy enough to reach up and just grab one of the apples. God knows what the situation is, all wormy or whatever, it tastes awful, but kind of cool, kind of different. Looks like we're entering the next town. I might stop for a Coke. Something cold. I think it's called Bertanice. I probably butchered that. Bit of a town square thing going on here. I just wonder if on weekends, the local farmers come in, set up shop, have little markets. That would be kind of cool. But not today. And that's okay, because if there was a big market here, there would be a lot more people. I think we're pretty much getting into the end of the center of town. I saw a couple places back there where I could probably stop and grab myself a drink. So I think I'll just turn around and do that. I'll just make sure I don't get hit by any cars coming along the way. All right, here we go. Ooh, ice cream, maybe. Maybe not. Back there was a sign on the road that said something about private, something or other. I guess because of construction, and maybe they closed the road only to local traffic, and perhaps this is the reason why. Certainly the road is not being turned up at all, but just looks like they're carving a ditch. Not sure if it's for infrastructure or if it's just for better drainage. but that's what they're doing. Oh, good timing. Not 100 meters further up the road, and looks like lots of construction equipment. I think those trucks came down this road the other way, obviously, because there was no intersection between the last clip and this one, so and perhaps we have to stop. But to stop, there's nobody here saying I should stop. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Well, unlike North America, they don't have anybody sort of directing traffic on either end. I guess it's what you see is what you get, and act accordingly. So I'm just going to see if I can make my way through here. Looks like this guy's just chewing up the roadway. And this guy doesn't seem to have a problem at all with things going through. So I'm going through. Yep. Done and done. I can see why they're chewing up the road here to lay down some new pavement, because this looks pretty crappy. Hopefully the sounds of construction equipment that's fading in the distance will stay there, and I won't have to deal with any more. We're coming into Dubenek. And looks like we're going right out of Dubenek. Whoops. And I just missed my turn. So, time to turn around. And here I thought I was done with Dubenek. Nope. It's just pulling me right back. Well, and so ends all the lovely pavement just out of Dubenek here. And back onto the side roads. Back roads, whatever you want to call them. Of course, I'd much prefer this. Certainly the pavement quality back there was better, but it was also busier. Okay, so as you can see on my right here, there are corn stalks. But either this is the second stalk for the season, or this is a different kind of corn, or the growing conditions here are just so much poorer that it takes them so much longer to grow. Because in Germany, in other parts of Czech, they were way over my head. But anyways, but at least they're getting corn. On my left, there are fields of course, sunflowers. Yes, I knew exactly what they were. And they are, but they all have their heads down. I wonder why. Looks like they're kind of baked. You can see some of the leaves along the bottom of the plants are already dried up. So maybe they're past their prime. Who knows? Or maybe they're all bowing in respect to my presence. Yeah, right. It's interesting. Definitely an authentically derelict building. But in some of the more affluent areas, every so often you'll see paintings on the sides of buildings that are in beautiful shape, but the painting actually shows sections of exposed brick. Just like that building back there. Well, that's interesting. So are we in the Czech Republic or are we in the Netherlands? Go figure. It's kind of cool. I like it. After a pretty hairy ride down off of a big hill, we find ourselves in this little valley, a pretty deep valley, and the route has just done a U-turn, and I have a feeling that based on the direction that Ride GPS has us going, or has me going here, or us, that pretty soon we'll be climbing a lot. Now just a little update. So I'm about 50 meters up, and yeah, I'm reading between 8 and 10%. Straight up. Fuck. Holy shit. Okay. Looks like we've topped out here. At least I hope so. Not according to the elevation graph here. But I'm just going by what I see. Going across the Autobahn, or whatever they call it here in the Czech Republic, and getting ever closer to Prague. All right, see you down the road. The next few clips show me riding on a freeway entering Prague. Not sure why Ride with GPS guided me along that route. As you can see, it was crazy busy. And I've spared you the audio as it was way too noisy. That said, and as you can see, the shoulders are quite a bit wider than on secondary highways and roads that I've been riding on up to this point. So there was little risk from the passing traffic. Suffice it to say that I survived that brief but intense freeway ride into Prague. Oh, and I can see Prague. And so can you. All right, so we're getting closer. Kind of reminds me of the Trans-Canada Highway when you're coming across northern Ontario. There's a point as you're getting closer to Ottawa where you get, I think it's Renfrew or Arnprior or whatever it is, and up to that point going east, the Trans-Canada Highway is 2 lanes, 1 lane each way, with nariest shoulder at all. And it's okay for cyclists to be on that road. Very dangerous.
I certainly know that Wheels on a Bike YouTuber Agnieszka was very unfortunately involved in an accident. Fortunately, she was not seriously hurt, and she was able to get back on the road. But anyways, the irony is that the only time there's a huge shoulder, like you saw back there, the widest section, is when the highway turns into an expressway, 2 lanes each way, just like you saw back there. And then at that point, signs clearly state that cyclists can't ride on that road, which doesn't make any sense at all when you think about it, because there's a huge shoulder, and it's actually safer. Are cars going faster? Yes, no question. But it's almost a full lane for the shoulder, and they don't allow cyclists on it. So, anyways, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. But we're going downhill. And I don't know if you could see in the light, just about 100, 200 meters ago, as we entered this side road here, that you could see Prague from a distance. So yeah, all good. Anyways, that's that. Time to do a little bit of downhill, and let's get into Prague. Looking like we're in Prague. Certainly not in the downtown, I don't think, but the plan is to head down to the river, because Google Maps isn't giving me a cycling option to get to the Progue River Campground, or whatever it is, following the walking route. So this is definitely the ride from hell. But it says bicycles are in the middle of these tracks, so the guys behind me don't like them. Fuck them. Well, yeah, I'm still making my way to the campground. I'm almost there. It's 7:15. Got turned around a couple of times back there thinking I know a shortcut. I did not know a shortcut. Okay. Here we are. River Camping Prague. Let's go and see what's going on here. Looks like a campground. I don't know if this is the registration. Looks like the registration. Let's go and check it out. I hope they are not closed. Okay. Here we are. Hello everybody. So I'm here at the Progue River Campground here in Prague.
and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's a concert going on in the background. I hope it doesn't go on too long. It's about, well, I'd say about 9:15 on the 20th of August. And this is really interesting. So, like I was saying before, this campground is very close to Prague city center. And when I looked online, I thought it was a great idea. And actually, it seems to be okay. It's very cramped. There's a lot of people here, but it's okay. It's very close to the Prague city center. And the plan is to camp here for 2 nights. And tomorrow I will go into Prague and see what everybody from around the world comes here to see. Certainly won't see it all, but I can tell you that riding through the center of Prague to get here was a complete and total nightmare. And after the end of a 120 kilometer plus day, I I had very little, if any, patience getting through the city. I'm just setting up my camp now, and I'm going to grab a shower and call it a night. And hopefully tomorrow I will have a fresher, more positive attitude about being in this really big, crazy, busy city. We'll get some video of where I am. I usually don't do video of activities that I do that doesn't involve cycling, but this is a pretty special place, so I'll probably bring my camera and we'll get some video of stuff that you've probably seen a million times over on various YouTube channels and pictures and all that stuff. But hey, it's me, and that's what this trip, or at least part of this trip, is all about. All right, cheers. We'll see you tomorrow.